Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we unpack the most interesting ideas from sources you share with us. And today, well, we're diving into a story that really, it just stopped me in my tracks. Picture this. Someone who's 94 years old, living totally on their own, cooking, gardening, and doing it all without any pain, not taking a single medication. It just makes you ask, how? What's the actual secret to that kind of vitality at that age? So that's our mission today. We dug into the source material on this, and what we found are 5 really powerful, but honestly surprisingly simple morning habits. These are the habits credited with this incredible quality of life, and these aren't like complicated or expensive things. They're very accessible routines. So if you've been waking up feeling kind of stiff, maybe a bit fuzzy mentally, just tired, well, you'll want to listen closely because these insights, they feel like a real wake-up call.
It is pretty remarkable, isn't it? And our sources, they really stress that this isn't just, one person's amazing story. It's more like a framework. It shows how these seemingly small, consistent changes, how they can lead to really profound improvements in your energy, your mental clarity, physical strength, too. And it doesn't really matter how old you are. It's about knowing that feeling better is actually within reach.
Okay, let's jump into habit number 1 and prepare to maybe rethink your morning routine a bit. The most powerful first step. It isn't coffee. It's just a simple glass of water. Now, I knew hydration was important, obviously, but what really jumped out from the sources was how much water we actually lose overnight. Almost a liter, just breathing and, sweating while we sleep.
That's right. So reaching for coffee first thing, which so many of us do, it can actually make that existing dehydration worse. You're starting the day already behind.
Wow, okay, a liter is a lot.
It is. And the sources really detail the effects of even mild dehydration can lower your brain function by as much as 25%.
25%.
Yeah. And increase inflammation all through your body, even speed up the aging process. So that morning glass of water, it's not just about quenching thirst. It's about proactively fighting those effects before your day even really gets going. It sort of sets the foundation.
Okay, so the actual practice is this. You put a 16-ounce glass of water, room temperature, beside your bed the night before, and you add just a tiny pinch of sea salt. Key point. Sea salt.
Right, not table salt.
Not table salt, and definitely nothing sugary.
No sugar. The sea salt has minerals that actually help with absorption.
Okay, and you drink the whole thing down before coffee, before anything else.
Yeah.
A squeeze of lemon is okay, apparently, but nothing sweet.
Yeah.
And the benefits people reported. Less achiness, no more swollen hands in the morning. Just thinking more clearly earlier in the day, it sounds almost too simple.
It does, but the stories are compelling. Think about the neighbor mentioned, Mary Lou. Her story really stuck with me. She had these chronic headaches, dizzy spells for years. Within 3 days of just doing this water habit, the headaches were gone.
Yeah.
And get this, she stopped needing to hold the wall to stand up in the morning.
Wow. Just from water.
Just from proper hydration consistently. It shows the power isn't in some magic pill, but in getting the basics right.
Okay, that's powerful. Let's move to habit number 2 then. Embracing morning light, natural light. Have you ever had that feeling? You sleep a full night, but you still wake up feeling just exhausted? Or maybe you notice your mood takes a dip, especially in winter. Feel a bit disconnected.
Oh, absolutely. That's a really common thing the sources point out, and it ties directly into our circadian rhythm.
Right, the body clock.
Exactly. It's this internal clock controlling, believe it or not, over 150 bodily functions. Things like sleep, hormones, digestion, immunity, even your mood. It's all connected.
And light resets it.
Real morning sunlight is crucial for resetting it properly each day. And this is important. Lamps inside, or even light through a window, it's not enough.
Really? Not even through a window?
Nope. Your body needs that unfiltered, actual outdoor light signal to tell it, okay, it's daytime, let's get everything synchronized.
Okay, so what's the practice? You step outside within about 30 minutes of waking up for maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And crucially, no sunglasses. Let the light actually reach your eyes.
That's the key part, letting it reach the eyes.
And you do this even if it's cloudy, even in winter.
Yes. Even on overcast days, the intensity and spectrum of natural light is still far superior to indoor light for this purpose.
And the benefits cited. It can apparently raise serotonin levels by 40%.
A huge boost. It also effectively stops melatonin production, the sleep hormone. And it just gets that whole sleep-wake cycle back on track.
There was that story about Dolores, wasn't there? The friend with insomnia.
Yes. Battled it for years, tried everything, sleeping pills didn't touch it. But after starting this morning sunlight habit, just this one thing, She slept through the night for the first time in a decade.
A decade. That's incredible. Really shows the power of aligning with our natural rhythms.
Absolutely. It's fundamental biology.
Okay, habit number 3. This one's about the brain. A 4-minute brain tune-up. And I can relate to the problem here. Walking into a room and just completely blanking on why you went in. Or, staring into the fridge with absolutely no idea what you're looking for. Happens to me all the time.
We've all been there.
Yeah. It feels like my brain is just offline sometimes. Yeah. But the source suggests it's not broken, maybe just ignored.
That's a great way to put it. The sources highlight something really interesting. Brain plasticity. That period right after you wake up, it's this brief but really potent window. Your brain is actually most receptive then. It's ready to grow, form connections. It's primed.
So it's like a special time for brain activity.
Exactly. A prime time to gently engage it and set a positive trajectory for your cognitive function for the whole day.
Okay, and the routine itself is surprisingly simple. 4 minutes total. Minute 1, a basic math problem, just to get the logic centers firing.
Nothing too complex.
No. Minute 2, recall a vivid memory in detail. Strengthens recall, caps into emotion. Minute 3, learn 4 new words and say them out loud.
The speaking aloud part is important, apparently. Engages different pathways.
Right. In minute 4, visualize your day ahead. See yourself calm, capable, maybe even joyful. That's it. 4 minutes, no special apps, no hard puzzles needed.
Just intentional, gentle engagement.
Yeah. And we heard about Carolyn, right? The friend who kept this up even during hip surgery recovery.
Yes, and her doctor was apparently amazed, noting her mental sharpness was way above average for her age, even with the stress of surgery.
It's about actively reclaiming that focus, that memory, just 1 minute at a time.
Precisely. Small inputs, big potential output.
All right, moving on to habit 4. Gentle movement. This one really hit home for me. The core idea from the source is so powerful. Independence isn't really about being young. It's about mobility. Can you get up from a chair easily? Can you bend down without worry? Can you walk without fear?
That's the essence of functional independence, isn't it?
It is. And I know personally the stretches I used to do, for my younger days, by my 80s, they just started causing pain. Little pinches, strains. It felt wrong.
And that's a common experience. The physical therapist mentioned in the source material really nails it. Aging bodies, they just need a different kind of movement.
Different how?
Gentler, definitely, but also smarter, better aligned with how older joints and tissues actually work best. It's not about stopping movement, it's about adapting it so it supports you rather than strains you, moving with your body.
Okay, so this led to what they call the inside-out mobility sequence. Only 7 minutes. And it sounds really manageable. 30 seconds of shoulder circles, forward and back.
Gentle range of motion.
Yep. Then 1 minute of seated marching, just lifting your knees in a chair. 30 seconds doing a chest opening stretch, maybe using a doorway.
Counteracts that tendency to hunch forward.
Right. Then 1 minute of supported squats, holding onto a kitchen counter or sturdy chair for balance.
Builds leg strength safely.
And finally, 1 minute of ankle circles for each foot, again, while seated. And the best part, no mats, no getting on the floor, and importantly, no pain.
It's designed to be accessible and pain-free, all about rhythm, breath, gentle activation.
And the anecdote about Nancy was amazing.
Oh yeah, Nancy. Went from needing a walker to get around her house
to walking freely without it in just 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Just from doing this gentle sequence consistently.
It really underscores that consistency is the thing, not trying to do too much.
Exactly. Perfection isn't the goal. Showing up is. And the source says, our muscles, they're still listening. I love that phrase.
Still listening. That's great. Okay, final habit. Number 5, fueling your strength with a protein-rich breakfast. Now, just take a second. Think about what you had for breakfast today. Because the source points out a common trap. Breakfasts that are light, maybe sweet, quick, like toast and jam, or just fruit.
Things many people think are healthy choices.
Right. But they can actually lead to feeling weak, muscle loss over time, and that afternoon fatigue. It was surprising to me.
It's counterintuitive for many, but there's a physiological reason, especially as we get older. The sources talk about something called anabolic resistance.
Okay, what's that?
Basically, after about age 60, our bodies become less efficient at building muscle. They get resistant unless we give them enough protein, and crucially, at the right time.
And the right time is?
First thing in the morning. That's when your body is most primed to actually use that protein effectively for muscle synthesis and repair.
Got it. So timing is key here.
Hugely important for older adults wanting to maintain strength.
And the recommendation is specific. about 25 to 30 grams of high-quality protein within an hour or so of waking up. Studies show this really helps with strength, balance, energy levels.
Regardless of what you ate the rest of the day, that morning dose is powerful.
And they gave some good practical examples like 2 eggs plus half a cup of cottage cheese, maybe with some green tea,
That hits the target.
or Greek yogurt with a scoop of protein powder, some berries, maybe walnuts,
Another good one. Lots of options.
or even a smoothie, right, with whey protein, maybe some almond milk, collagen, half a frozen banana. Easy to drink.
Yeah, it makes it very doable. And this translates to real life. Think about Viola, the 91-year-old friend mentioned.
Right, she couldn't lift her groceries.
Exactly. Struggling with basic strength. Her doctor said more exercise, which is fine. But the real shift came when she changed her breakfast. Just added 2 eggs and some yogurt in the morning.
And she regained her strength.
Within weeks. Felt strong enough for her groceries again. Felt like herself. It was the protein boost.
Wow, and there was another key tip connected to this, wasn't there? About when to eat it.
Yes. This is important. Eat your protein-rich breakfast after your gentle mobility routine.
After. Why is that?
Because the movement increases blood flow to your muscles, which means they're better prepared to absorb and utilize that protein you're about to eat.
Move, then fuel. Makes sense.
Move, then fuel. And definitely avoid those sugary breakfasts. The toast, the cereal, the pastries, they just cause that energy spike and then the inevitable crash later. Doesn't support sustained strength or energy.
Feed your strength, feed your freedom. I like that.
That's the message.
So let's quickly recap 5 incredibly powerful yet really doable habits that transformed this 94-year-old's life. First, that morning glass of water with a pinch of sea salt. Vital.
Crucial start.
Second, getting that natural morning sunlight exposure outside.
Resetting the body clock.
Third, that quick 4-minute brain tune-up. Simple, effective.
Engaging the mind early.
Fourth, the 7 minutes of gentle, consistent movement. The inside-out mobility.
Supporting independence.
And fifth, fueling up with that protein-rich breakfast, 25 to 30 grams, after moving.
Feeding your strength.
Each one seems small on its own, but together.
Wow.
Monumental shifts.
And I really want to echo that core message from the source material because it's so hopeful. It says, you are not too old, you are not too late, you're just one morning away from feeling better.
That's powerful. It removes the excuses, really.
It empowers you to start right where you are tomorrow morning.
So here's something to think about. Our final provocative thought for you today. If these simple, gentle habits can help someone live independently at 94, still journaling, laughing with great grandkids, what one small step, just one seemingly tiny thing could you take tomorrow morning to maybe reclaim a little bit more energy or clarity or freedom in your own life? Something to consider.